Hello and welcome back. I am Chris with Marksman Shooting Sports in Westfield, Indiana, and you are watching Marksman TV. Today I am doing another top 5 of our best sellers list. Specifically, this one is going to be our top 5 best-selling full-size double-stack striker-fire handguns. Now keep in mind the criteria for this list is only based on the total number of units that we sell. So the best-selling one will be in the #1 spot. It has nothing else to do with quality or price or anything like that, just our best sellers. Anyway, if you've seen these lists before, you know the whole drill. Let's go ahead and get into it now. Okay, starting off at number 5 is going to be the Springfield XD. Now, one of the main things that has sort of driven the sales on these is not necessarily the Mod 2 or the XDM series, but the standard model XDs. They come out with their Defender line, which unfortunately I can't show you because I'm sold out, which is a really low price point at about $299. You get the standard handgun plus 1 magazine and a cardboard box, very similar to this, but the first generation. Sales on those have been very strong. Of course, the other things that they are competing against, like the SD9VE, or trying to think even just $150 higher from a high point, you are into an XD family firearm. So these do come standard with 2 magazines. This is a 9mm. You can get them in 40, 45, and even 10mm as of late. Comes in a hard case on this particular variation. Again, that Defender series just comes in a cardboard box. You do get standard features such as the high-vis fiber optics. A really nice balance on these, ambi controls, positive magazine release, grip safety, and trigger safety. So really nice features. The standard model XDM and XD Mod 2s, you know, level out around the $500 mark. Like I said, you can get cheaper if you get that Defender series. But anyway, the Springfield XD line has always been a top seller in sort of the double stack polymer sort of genre. Anyway, for all those reasons, that's why this comes in at our number 5 best-selling full-size double-stack striker-fired handgun so far for 2019. Okay, coming in at number 4 is one that's actually been out for almost a couple years, and at first did not really have a lot of traction, at least not with us, but it is the FN509, sort of the successor to the FNS9 or 9C. But anyway, these are really nice for the money, again coming in around $500. You get nice features such as interchangeable back straps. It does come with 2 magazines. The ergonomics on this are very comfortable. I actually took this, a CZ P10C, a Beretta APX, and I believe a Glock 19 out to the range and tested them out. And actually it was between this and the the CZ P10C that I actually ended up really liking, sort of from the new releases. I've always liked the Glocks, but anyway, these are really good competitors to that. Like I said, for the past couple of years, these have been a little bit slow on sales, but this year, for whatever reason, they really exploded. I don't know if other, big YouTubers or anything have been doing a lot with them, but a lot of people have been coming in asking about them, placing special orders, and now I am constantly in and out of stock of these things. So they do move pretty well. Again, for the price point, very nice, very ergonomic. Of course, FN is always known for its high quality. But anyway, if you're looking into getting into the polymer line at around the $500 mark, I definitely recommend you pick one of these up and check it out. It might feel really good to you. And again, it's just a really good option for the price. But anyway, for all of those reasons, that's why the FN509 is our 4th best seller in the double stack polymer handgun line so far in 2019. Coming in at our number 3 spot is sort of the Glock 19 family of handguns from the Glock lineup. This particularly is the Glock 19X. Now, these have been out on the market for about a year to 2 years, maybe around a year and a half. There was a lot of mystique from these from the XM17 military modular pistol handgun trial. Well, that's a mouthful. But anyway, after those trials, of course, the SIG P320 ended up winning, known as now the M17. From those trials, the Glock 19X got a lot of press. Some people saying they should have gone with the 19 frame and the 17 slide, but of course this has the 17 frame and the 19 slide, which then they would come out with the Glock Model 45. So the Glock 45, the 19X, the Glock 19, the Glock 17 do share a little bit from each other. Now on the 19X, you did get the NVPD coating, the night sights, reversible mag release, all the features from the, well, not all, but most of the features from the Generation 5, the new GMB barrel with the 6 grooves. So really a lot of features on here. They do roll in at about the $600 price point, so a little bit higher than what you would get on a standard model 19. But anyway, for all of those reasons, The Glock 19X and the standard model 19 have really been sort of the leading in sales in our store, sort of in the Glock lineup. And you do get one 17-round magazine, two 19-round magazines, of course your interchangeable back straps, the hard case that all the Glocks come in. But anyway, for all of those reasons, that is why the Glock 19 family takes our number 3 spot and our best-selling double stack full-size polymer frame striker fired handguns in our store so far in 2019. Now, coming in at number 2 is a personal favorite of mine, and of course it's a personal favorite of many, seeing as how it does take our number 2 spot. But this is the HK VP9. So as many people know, the HK series of firearms are generally pretty expensive, and this one hit the market about 4 to 5 years ago. And it would be the first handgun that SIG would offer in under the $1,000 price point. Some I think used to be around maybe 8, 9, but generally they haven't been as inexpensive as this. We run these at $589 out of our store, which competes right in there with Glock and XD and from Springfield and the M&P line from Smith & Wesson. And really, it is a phenomenal value. If you are definitely looking to pick up a polymer handgun, you're looking to be in the $500 mark, you really need to get your hands on a VP9 before you make that final decision. The trigger is excellent. The ergonomics, it does come with interchangeable back straps and side plates. You get 2 magazines, a speed loader, nice hard case, and you have that HK quality behind it. Let's just hope that you don't have to get any type of warranty work, because I've heard the people at HK are kind of difficult to work with, but if you're not military or law enforcement. Now, I don't have any personal experience with that. All of my HKs that I've ever owned have always run really well, and that's what makes an HK an HK. But anyway, you just, honestly, these are a phenomenal package, a phenomenal deal. They would probably be our number 1 bestseller, if not for the price point. You'll see why our number 1 is probably the number 1. But anyway, again, the kind of fluorescent sights, they are not a tritium or anything like that, but they do glow in the dark. You can charge it up with a flashlight or anything like that. Arm striker indicator, you do have these nice 2 wings on the back, positive gripping when you're racking the slide. I can't really say enough good things about these. I really do enjoy them. I recommend them a lot to people, like I said, in that $500 to $600 price point. Everybody who has ever bought one of these from me has always really liked it, and it's always in everybody's top 5 of their favorite polymer handguns. Anyway, for all of those reasons, that is why the HK VP9 takes our number 2 spot in our list of our best-selling double stack striker-fired handguns in our store so far in 2019. And coming in at number 1 is going to be very popular Smith & Wesson SD9VE. Of course, you can get these in 9 and in 40. Now, I think that this is mainly a price point thing. For the money, these are a really, really good option. If you are on a budget and you are looking for a really nice double stack polymer frame handgun, this is really a good option. This actually, the original one, the Sigma, which everybody knows the story that Glock sued them for kind of closely copying Glock's design, and they won. They came out with the SD9, but the Sigma was my very first handgun I had bought used, gosh, probably about a decade ago. And you know, I probably put 3,000-4,000 rounds through it. I never had a single issue. These are very reliable. They come from a very reputable manufacturer, and they are good quality. You typically see these hovering around the $300 price point, but I have seen sales on these things as low as like $250 to $280, which for the money, I mean, if you can compare it to other things in the market that are going to cost you around the $200 to $300 price point, you really are getting a lot here. These are 16-round magazines and 9mm. They are not, I don't think that these are steel. They're probably, I don't know what they are. But anyway, we do move, these are our best selling in the full-size double stack striker fired arena. At the beginning of the year, I did buy a ton of these things, and because of that, I've been able to offer them at a really good price. I think anytime anybody comes in looking for that entry-level starter firearm, they're on a budget, or maybe they just want something simple for home defense and they don't want to break the bank, I always put one of these on the table there. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to wrap this one up, but I think I've said enough on it. For all those reasons, that's why this takes our #1 spot. And if you are looking for a really economical entry-level handgun, do not overlook the SD9VE. At least put it in your hand, see what you think. One negative I will say about it is the trigger pull is really heavy, but again, there are some little things you can do to modify that without buying a whole new trigger. there to lighten up the weight on that. And if you want to, I know Apex and a few other people make trigger kits for this. Again, when you put one of those in here at like $70, $80, you are sort of getting away from the whole economical reason of purchasing one of these. But anyway, get it in your hand, test out the trigger, see what you think, and I will leave you guys with that. That's our number one. All right, guys, well, that is the top 5 list. I hope you enjoyed that video. By the way, the high point is sitting there because I'm going to make this image my thumbnail, and I'm just going to troll you guys a little bit with that. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know by hitting that like button. And if you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that bell notification button so you are aware when I am posting new content. If you have any questions, leave those down in the comment section. And also, if you own a gun store, let me know your list, your top 5 best sellers down in the comment section. I'd be interested to know what other people around the country are doing. Anyway, guys, I will leave you with that. I am Chris with Marksman Shooting Sports in Westfield, Indiana. You are watching Marksman TV, and I will see you next time.